Hi, I'm Brenda Walton, and I love Victorian paper crafts. I think they're so beautiful and classic in their design. And this Damask ornament die that I designed is based on some Victorian paper crafting that I've seen. And it's a chemically etched die, it's a thinlit die. And because of that, you can capture this beautiful amount of detail in this design. And it's wonderful hanging on a Christmas tree or for any time of year, just hanging from a rafter in your home, or you can make beautiful garlands from them as well. So let me show you how to get started with this. There are two different techniques you can use. One is to layer all of the die cut pieces one on top of the other and stitch with your sewing machine right down the center. And that's a really quick and easy way of putting it together. And it would be great to have a fairly thin weight paper for that technique. And then if you have a little bit like a medium weight decorative paper, then I would use the gluing method, and today I'm going to show you how to do the gluing method. To start with, I used an old manila folder and just cut out the die pieces so that I could see exactly how they're going to position on my decorative paper and orient my stripes so that they're running vertically. And that works really well on all of the dies that I use. And also it just saves a lot of paper. So just simply take each piece, and there is a score line. As you can see on the die, there's a score line that runs right down the center of the die. And so as closely as you can, then just put those two pieces together, and you'll repeat this process for each of the pieces in your die. And I like to cut, say between 8 and 12 pieces of the die, depending on the weight of the paper. So if it's a fairly medium weight paper, I might do 8. And if it's a lighter weight paper, maybe I do more, just to give you a feeling of fullness when you have completed your project. Now that I've folded all the pieces, I'm ready to apply some quick dry glue to each one of them. Just a small amount of glue is best because you don't want it to kind of leak out the sides. You can just do that very quickly. And it's just a process of gluing and stacking until you have glued and stacked each one of the pieces. Now I have a stack that looks like this. And just to secure that, I'm going to put a binder clip on it and just leave it for maybe 5 minutes. You could use a couple of binder clips and just keep it together while it's drying. So once your project is dry, now is the exciting part because you can open it up. First, I'm just separating these pieces and making sure that nothing is glued together. Sometimes the glue spills out the edges just a little bit. So this is the only panel, the only 2 panels that haven't been glued together yet. And this is where the string will go. And so you just place that in position. And if you want, you can make a little loop at the top so that it's really easy to suspend it from something. And then put a quick dab of hot glue down the center of that. And that will hold the string in position really very well. And after I do that, now I'm going to then glue those 2 panels together, the final 2. And it's really sweet because you can add tassels or beads or other embellishments to the end, the bottom part of that string, and that looks really sweet. Really dresses it up. Add a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of texture to it. And then just simply fold those 2 panels together and just give them a quick little burnish. And this is a wonderful little ornament that can be used in so many different ways. Right now we're using it as a hanging ornament, as a 3-dimensional hanging ornament, but you can also use this beautiful piece just as a flat embellishment for the front of a card or scrapbooking layout. And also you can use it on the inside of a card as a fanned piece that is a nice little surprise when the card is opened and all of a sudden this ornament opens up. I tried to make it look a little bit like a chandelier inside and put a little star at the bottom. I really hope you have fun with this die, and happy crafting.